What's something that changed, disappeared because of COVID that still hasn't returned? 24-hour stores and restaurants. There are probably way less than half as there used to be. Honestly? People's manners and their reasonableness. I work retail. And the average person has become significantly more needy, entitled, and angry over the last 3 years. It's sad. We are experiencing higher than normal wait times. Yeah, right. You just didn't rehire the same amount of people you laid off. Now it doesn't matter when you call. You're looking at a multi-hour wait. Businesses have also been saying that same message for the last 3 years. It's a normal wait time now. Me giving a shit about my career. There was a wonderful hobby shop in the town I live in. Sold RC vehicles, high-quality model kits, supplies, model train stuff, hosted MTG tournaments, Warhammer, etc. Really nice place. It was run by the nicest guy and some of his friends. It's gone now. Makes me really sad. I bought all my hobby stuff from him. Now I have to either drive 2 hours if I want to buy from a locally owned store, or I need to buy from online. Tip function on every debit machine, like McDonald's or Booster Juice. People's patience. 24-hour diners. Pensive face kids these days will never know the bliss of drunkenly eating French toast at 3:30 a.m. after a night out. Edit. I'm in NY and the nearest Waffle House is 100 miles away, so that's not a possibility. My insomniac ass being able to do my grocery shopping at 4 a.m. Sense of time is fucked up. Like if I skipped 3 years of my life. People's mental health. My business of 17 years. I'm still working on getting over it. I had no idea that I would grieve it. There's an underlying hopelessness that I feel almost everyone shares right now. The way people were acting during the height of it seems like it's irreversible psychological social damage that never had us coming together as a society. Even people of faith seem to be concerned. Paperwork. Everything is PDF and e-signed now. I don't even see the people I used to get signatures from. Affordable rent. Cool hobbies that people picked up got left behind due to people going back to the normal life of working in traffic. My social battery. My sense that in the end everything will be okay. House prices seem like they'll be forever unattainable now. Hotel cleaning service. They all still have signs up that say they aren't doing daily cleanings unless requested to keep staff safe. Total BS at this point. All-day breakfast at McDonald's. 24-hour Walmart. I've worked nights for years and Walmart at 3 a.m. is no longer an option. At least nowhere near my house. Affordability. Rent is ridiculous. Groceries are ridiculous. Gas is ridiculous. My student loan payment will be 200% higher than what it was pre-pandemic. Eating out is expensive. Plus so many restaurants are adding on surcharges that you pay in addition to the tip. Concert tickets are ridiculous. Capitalism is grinding us all into the ground. Stores still close too early. Hard to get a pizza after 10 p.m. sometimes. We are experiencing higher than normal call volume. The wait time at your local emergency department is 4h53 minutes. Are you sure you need to be here? My desire to interact WPPL. It's gone. Direct delivery from restaurants. Everything is now being funneled through DoorDash, Uber Eats, etc. I just want to call the Chinese place and order delivery at a normal price. Like the old days. Seems like people have forgotten how to drive properly. Just this week, some dumb fuck did a left on red at an intersection while I'm going through a green light and nearly T-bones me. Physical menus at restaurants. I'm sorry. Scanning a QR code and then using my phone's display to browse a menu is absolutely the worst user experience for doing that. The screen is just too damn small to quickly peruse a large selection of items across numerous categories. Any trust I had in the government to do what was best for the people. My social life. No one wants to do anything anymore. Apparently during COVID everyone got used to never leaving the house. Plus I am in my 30s, so over that year or so a few friends moved away. Had a kid. Etc. I haven't lost those friendships, but I don't get to do anything socially anymore. I feel like I lost my chance to be happy. ETA. My heart. Woke up to lots of upvotes and comments. Virtually all of them from a place of empathy. I have so much gratitude for all of you. To all the lovely people sharing words of encouragement. It means more than you know to hear these things. I took a few screenshots so I can look back when I need to remember these things. Thank you. Truly. To the people in the same boat as me, I'm sorry you're going through this too. It's so hard and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. But look at how many of us there are out there. This gives me hope for us. We have to keep trying. And taking care of ourselves in the meantime. Supplantation tired. Normal priced goods. My town's student life. I live in a fairly small town where a huge part of the nightlife, and general social stuff, was tied to our local university, where I also studied and currently work, and its student body. When COVID hit in full force, we switched to mostly online courses. As a result, a lot of students never bothered even moving here. Obviously convenient. At the same time, they never started making the friendships and connections that are an integral part of the university experience. Their information networks are fractured. They barely even have study groups. Previous generations had no issues switching their study groups to online or even creating new ones. But these students barely know each other and barely even seem interested. Both the professors and TAs as well as the old guard student government have done what we could to try and encourage connections among students. But damn, it's taking a lot of time for this stuff to come back. And I know a couple local business owners that are dancing on the edge of bankruptcy because of this whole thing. My ass in the office. You would have to pay me a whole lot of money to work in an office again. My sanity and grandma. Nowhere I go has dressing rooms you can actually use to try on clothes anymore. I'm a public high school teacher. And students' attention spans are still very short relative to before. I feel like handshakes are still pretty rare relative to 2019. My sobriety. My job, in 2020, and then the company altogether, in 2023. Snow days. I'm shocked it's not already listed. Which makes me think I might be wrong. But it sure seems like Amazon's 2-day shipping changed to hopefully within a week shipping with Prime during COVID. I get logistics are tough. But that's what really sold me on the service before. The dollar store. Now it's the $1.25 store. Costco combo pizza and onions for hot dogs. They used COVID as an excuse and never brought it back to enjoy the increased profits. Driving ability. A lot of my joy for life. I'm not joyless. But a large part of my life was being part of a vibrant, very diverse and inclusive music scene in my small town. COVID shut that down. And since things have come back, the venues have changed hands and the music scene has closed off greatly. Far less inclusive. Very cliquish. It's very saddening. The scene is unrecognizable now. Most Myers used to be 24-hour sad face. Basic manners and emotional regulation, maturity. Human empathy. Places accepting cash. In the last few months I've been to concert venues, sports stadiums, and certain restaurants for the first time since lockdown, and I'm surprised at how many of them are card only. I get that we were trending this way before COVID, but I think it's a shitty way of doing business. The value of $1. Sociability. I feel like many people, including myself, became stuck in a pattern of reclusiveness and can't get out. When the pandemic started, deep down, I fucking loved it. I have major social anxiety and am not a morning person, so it was a dream not having to drag myself out of bed every morning. Spend 50 minutes commuting to work. And deal with office small talk and presentations and such. To be clear, I don't ever want to deal with that bullshit again. But somewhere along the line I also lost any drive to be social at all. And basically I'm a hermit now. You can't expect what will happen to your brain when you're isolated. Until it happens. I just have way too much time to swirl about worries that don't really matter. I've lost a lot of friends. I was diagnosed with a major, incurable neurological movement disorder called cervical dystonia a year ago, and I can't help but wonder if it was caused or triggered by the complete lack of any new stimuli from day to day for the past several years. I want to be done with this phase in my life and start being social again. But now, most days, I'm in so much physical pain that I feel unable to leave home and do anything. All I have left is my partner and he's struggling too. Some days I feel hopeless. Common sense. People just seem to have forgotten how to behave, and lost the ability to apply reason and logic on a daily basis. It's just bizarre. A lot of places that had self-served things, like a salsa bar, salad bar, self-served bread. Hope for the future. We thought we hit bottom with the pandemic, but everything kept getting worse. About 6 million human beings. Reasonably priced basic needs. Food, water, shelter. What a shitty time to be alive. Combo pizza at Costco. I feel like the majority of the population not driving during lockdown completely forgot how to drive during that time and have still not managed to remember the basics yet. My daily commute is infuriating. Human decency. Certain strains of influenza disappeared in 2020 and are considered likely extinct. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like. If you would like to see more content like this in the future, subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified about future videos. Now check out one of these interesting videos.